Hey guys, welcome back to Judo Highlights. So day 2 of the Tokyo Grand Slam is in the books. The last day, unfortunately, I wish they did 3 days instead of 2, but it was an amazing day of judo. Incredible stuff by the Japanese all round. Lots of medals for them in the lightweights and in the women's. The heavyweights, especially under 100s, was pretty interesting, so I think I'll start there, and I'm going to start with this guy, Arai Dota, and he is incredible. He's only 18 years of age, won the Junior World Championships, and then he came here to Tokyo and he just did incredible things. In his second match, he came up against Ardamian World Champion, as you can see by the red back patch on his back. And Ardamian, I speak so highly of him, he is a really good judoka, and Arai did this. Just a huge Osotogari, didn't give up. Ardamian looking for the counter, and Arai throws him for Ippon. So it's the one kind of thing you kind of look at these juniors, you know, sometimes they're lacking a little bit of strength. Fukuda, he's one guy that kind of lacks that at under 60s, but Arai, I mean, to do that to Ardamian, I mean, he's strong, he's technical, and things are looking good for him right now. They said after the Tokyo Grand Slam that they weren't going to select the under 100s judoka for the Paris Olympics, and it's pretty much down to Arai and Aaron Wolf at this moment. So depending on what Arai does in the future, he might be selected for the Paris Olympics, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be. I mean, he's just getting better every day, and Wolf is barely hanging on. But I will give my props to Wolf. He came really prepared. He looked really good. Heading into his quarterfinal match, he did look really, really good. Throwing all of his opponents. Here he is against Reyes, and this is classic Aaron Wolf, this Ochigari here. And then this was kind of ironic. I mean, Wolf has been trying this technique his whole career, and he finally gets a score with it. It's kind of a really weird variation of a kataguruma. So he gets through Reyes, and then this one here against Kim, just a massive Osotogari. I mean, look at the power behind this, just incredible. But then, just like a bad dream, Wolf came up against Pirelli, and Pirelli last year at the Tokyo Grand Slam took out Wolf. Pirelli really strong with the grips, really stopped all of Wolf's attacks. Wolf had to attack off the grip, which he doesn't like to do, and Pirelli, he has this kind of double sleeve sori that he likes to attempt, which kept him kind of in the good eyes of the judges. Now here, I would have given a score to Wolf. They initially did and then said no, and I don't see how this is any different to Tasuev throwing Rainier. And I really hate the commentary, how they always say you need to name the technique for it to actually be a score, and I think that's just really dumb logic. You put someone on their back, it should be a score. But anyway, a bit of bad luck, and Wolf, I mean, he's known for his stamina, but you can see he's just not the stamina master that he used to be. And here he is 3 minutes into golden score. Pirelli takes the lead with this one attack. I'll let you guys kind of decide whether that was a good attack or not. So Wolf loses that match, and now he's lost to Pirelli twice. And then Arai in the semifinals, I mean, watch what he does to Pirelli. Just demolishes him. And that's within the first 30 seconds, was like the first grips. So for Arai, that just looks huge. Able to take out someone like that Wolf just can't deal with. Here's another comparison against Coral. Wolf goes over for an Ippon, and then same opponent, and this is how Arai deals with Coral's Ippon Seoinage. Gets a Wazari for it. What is the technique here that gets the score? I don't think there is a technique name for this, to be honest, and I think it's a score. So, I mean, the commentary team, scores do not need names. Let's not complicate things. Now, in the final here, Arai was up against Kanikovitsky, and this ended pretty quickly. And I think it was kind of a freak accident or just an awkward situation. Watch the left thigh of Arai. See as Kanikovitsky goes in here, he kind of sits on Arai's thigh, which kind of compromises his knee a little bit. Very awkward situation. Who knows, it might actually be a good way to do sumigaishi. I mean, have a look at this, the pressure that must be on that leg. So Kanikovitsky gold, Arai silver. Great performance by Arai, making it all this way at 18 years of age. And we do need to talk about some of the other guys at under 100s for Japan. Now Ida, he went out early. I think there were no surprises there. I think his days are done on the international scene. But Ueoka, I think Ueoka, he's got some promise. I definitely think he's kind of edged out green a little bit. Aaron Wolf, I don't think there's too much time left. So at under 100s, it's probably going to be Ueoka and Arai heading into the future. And so did Coral, he's coming up in the next clip. And if you're wondering more about Kanikovitsky, I'll have another video on that. Actually, for most of the gold medalists, if they had a pretty good performance, I'll have a video just going through all of their stuff, so stay tuned for that. At under 60, it was really a tale of 3 Japanese guys, Takato, Nagayama, and Nakamura. Takato, the obvious veteran, he was looking really good. His throws were definitely on point, especially the kochigari. But just based off recent results, I definitely thought Nagayama was the favorite to win it, and I mean, he was my favorite. Just, he hasn't lost recently, and Takato, he's had some losses. Although, as I said, he did look really good. And, I mean, this competition here decided who went to the Olympics for under 60. And here's Takato just facing a little bit of adversity in this contest. Manages to just somehow get a score here, level it up, and then seals the deal with another Wazari. I mean, look at this. Takato is a master of the game. Incredible counterattacks. And this is Nakamura. Nakamura was junior world champion 2 years ago. And we haven't seen him in a while. I'm not sure what happened. Might have been injury. I think he competes out of Kokushikan. This here, I'm kind of surprised he didn't get done for head diving. And just on the topic of head diving, I haven't really seen a lot of shidos and hasogomakes and people losing because of head diving recently, so I'm not sure if they've kind of lessened their strictness on what they consider illegal in terms of head diving. It's kind of a ridiculous rule if you ask me. It's a bit arbitrary sometimes, a bit subjective. So Nakamura, he's really good on the ground. You're going to see some nice newaza transitions now. And I was kind of thinking if he and Takato ended up fighting, that Nakamura might be able to get it to the ground and kind of make something happen. And look at this, to be able to hold someone down from this position. I mean, he really does everything right. And Nakamura and Takato, they did meet, and it was mostly Takato doing what he wanted to do. And here he is with that counter again. And Uchimata Tsukashi is probably the correct name for it. And it's so incredible how he's able to do that. I mean, have a look at it again. As he's dodging the leg, just turns his whole body into it. I mean, that is some really high level stuff. Takato might be the master of counters. And Nakamura, look at this. Lightning quick Seoi Nage. Just watch him disappear between Akayev's legs. Look at that. Doesn't get better than that, my friends. So Nakamura, I mean, he lost to Takato, went through the repechage, managed to take a bronze medal. But it was this man here, Nagayama. Pretty clinical day by him. For the most part, it was pretty easy going. Even the final against Takato, maybe one of his easiest matches against Takato ever. It was probably Bliev in the semi-final that gave him a little bit of trouble. He ended up scoring with a nice Uchimata. Then kind of took his foot off the pressure a little bit, and Bliev started to pressure him. Almost got a score a couple of times. And Bliev, someone I've never seen before at under 60, looks really good, looks quite big for the weight category. At least he's got a big face. And he was the only non-Japanese person who made it to the podium, so a bronze medal for him. Good match against Nagayama. Go check that one out on JudoTV if you want to see that one in full, guys. And yeah, so the final, Takato and Nagayama. Takato ended up bleeding out of his lip and they had to tie up his head like this. And I think he went over a little bit easy. And I thought the same about the Arai Dota final. But just watch as Nagayama goes in for this Seoi Nage. He just kind of clips the edge of Takato's knee with his hip. And sometimes it's these finer little details that just make people kind of roll over. Doubt it was intentional. But you can just see here, a little bit of a clip on the knee and he goes over. Same thing in that Arai Dota fight. This kind of sumigaishi. You can see as he goes in for it, just kind of pretty much sitting on Arai's thigh, which would be really awkward. And it's probably the reason why he went over so easily. Under 66, and it was all about this man here, Abe Hifumi. I mean, just absolute perfection. I mean, one contest, ended with a wazari. He didn't finish completely all of his contests with ippon. But still, I mean, who's going to beat this guy? Just a complete dominant force, and a lot of people, I mean, he's in hiding a lot. You don't really see him on Instagram training with other people. I think he just does his training in the Times judo place that they do. Probably he goes to Nita University occasionally, but he's very rarely on the IJF circuit. He's only going to compete twice a year, I think. I think the weight cut is probably insane. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he took another gold at the Paris Olympics next year. Yonan Perenlai, he took silver. Agamadedov, he took one of the bronze medals. I mean, look at the transition into the newaza here. And the other bronze medal went to Vieru. This here, a little earlier highlight from him, just smashing his opponent. I think there might be quite a bit of a level gap there. And then this is the bronze medal score. Goes in for a Seoinage, no score. But then the transition to the newaza very quick. And Vieru, he's pretty slick on the ground. Ends up securing this one for the Osaikomi. At plus 100s, things got pretty exciting. I was kind of anticipating it would just be Bashaev, Tasuev, and Saito, and those would be the three main characters, but Kim from Korea, I mean, he had some upsets. Here he is pinning Saito, and I'm pretty sure in Saito's life he probably hasn't experienced this too many times. Not many guys big enough out there to hold him down like that. So Kim, not only did he get through Saito, he's pretty pumped up about that, but he also got through Tasuev. And watch this. Just great awareness. Knew where Tasuev was going to go. Used his weight to his advantage. And another pin for him. So taking out Tasuev, taking out Saito. Getting to the final, came close. But Bashaev with this incredible throw. Very powerful, and he looked strong all day. There's going to be a throw I'm just going to show you after this one here. I mean, it's just incredible the strength that he has. Now just remember, he initiates this attack, so it's not just some kind of freak situation. He initiates this, and I mean, look at this. I mean, for a moment he was carrying him on his shoulders. And it wasn't just this one, there were throws all around from Bashaev. Here he is with a drop down Seoinage, which is something you don't see much at this weight. Here's another one. I mean, he just gets in there so well for such a big man. And here he is throwing Kropalik. This time with a Sode, 2 sleeves. And one more time, guys. This time right-sided. So Bashaev, I mean, really great performance, taking gold. I'm not too sure how they're going to decide between Tasuev and Bashaev. I do think Tasuev is a little bit ahead at the moment, especially taking out Teddy Renier. That's a big one. So the rest of the results for plus 100s, obviously Kim taking silver. Tasuev, he got a bronze. And Kropalik, he was meant to face Saito in the bronze medal contest, but Saito wasn't there. I guess he might be injured, which is a little bit worrying. So next up, we'll talk about the women's results, and we're going all the way down to under 48. Sonoda, she did her thing. I'm going to have another video just going through her performance. Just basically submitted everyone that she touched with a Juji Gatame. Abe Uta, just like her brother, continued to do her thing at under 52. I mean, those two just look unstoppable, and I'm pretty sure they will be for years to come. Takaichi at under 63, she took gold and solidified her place at the Paris Olympics. And also at under 78, we had Takayama. Takayama not taking gold, taking a bronze, but still they selected her to go to the Paris Olympics as well. Actually, one of the highlights at under 78 was Yoon from Korea throwing umeki twice with the same technique. A really nice kochigari. Here's the first one. And the second one here to seal the deal. So we'll stay with under 78. We talked about Yoon, we talked about Takayama. Gold was Aguilera from Brazil, and Lanier took the silver medal. Here's a couple of highlights from her. Nice throw here, taking out the Japanese. That's something you always want to do on the way to a gold medal. And here's the final ippon that sealed the deal in the final. And after this, guys, I'll leave you guys with just a couple more highlights from the women's divisions in the bronze medal contests. Really sorry for the long video. I kind of wish they would just keep it at 3 days so it makes things a little bit more manageable. But there was a lot to talk about in this one, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Top ippons coming soon, and I've got some other things planned for the end of the year as well, so stay tuned for that as well. Anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.